Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you are all doing well. And I'm going to explain about the audio and graphics settings today. That is the topic, and I missed some of the thing in basics also. In part 3 I'll be explaining that also today, and this is going to be a series of video which I have already told you. And if you haven't watched my part 1, part 2 and part 3, please go and watch it and come here, and it will be really useful. And also it will be there on my playlist. The name will be 2020 Call of Duty settings explained, so you can go and watch it there. So let's get into the video. Let's begin. So yesterday I missed some of the options like BR mode. Yeah, here it is. So I haven't explained about the west visibility and others with, and west visibility. So these three are all the options. So if I select all visible, I will not be able to see my vest, as well as if the opponent is wearing any vest or not, I will not be able to see it. And if I select others, I will not be able to see my vest, but there is an option where there will be a small indication which shows which vest are you using, and there you can see which vest are you using, but you will not be seeing it on your avatar. So you will not be able to see the vest on your avatar, but you can see others vests on their avatar. So the next thing is all visible. If you select this, you can see your vest as well as others vest both on their avatar. So that is the option. These three options were explained, and I think I haven't explained about fast throw grenade in the previous videos, so I'll explain that also today. So generally, what does this do? If I turn this off, what really happens is, if you tap this grenade, he will not throw the grenade, he will just hold the grenade on the hand, he will not throw it. And you have to hold this shoot button to throw the grenade. He will not throw if you hold it, he will just cook it for some time, and if you release this button, he is going to throw it. And if you turn that setting on, if you tap this, he is going to instantly throw the nade. This will not be useful if you are playing with grenades or anything like trap mines, but it will be useful if you are playing with molotovs. And there are some things which you need to know. Let me tell that to you also. Yeah, it'll be here. So if you are playing with grenades, it will be useful. If you are playing with sticky grenades, it may be useful. Sorry. If you are playing with grenades, it will not be useful. If you are playing with sticky grenades, it will not be useful. If you are playing with trap mine, it may be useful. And if you are playing with combat tags, it may be useful. And if you are playing with Molotov cocktail, it is really useful, because if you turn fast throw grenades on, and molly, it is going to instantly burn the enemies. It is not going to burst after some time, so this is going to instantly burn them after hitting the target. So if you are turning faster grenades on, please take Molotov cocktail, it will be really useful for you. And also thermite, this is locked for me, but what does this do is sticks to any surface of the wall and the ground, and burns violently for a period of time upon impact. So also this is useful if you are turning fast throw grenades on. Okay, this is more or less like a Molotov cocktail, but this thing, there is a liquid inside, but this thing, I think there is some sort of chemical inside. I don't know, I don't want to get into chemistry. So the next thing is this, which is trophy system. This may be useful sometimes if you're using fast throw grenades, but I don't advise you, because trophy systems, they have to place on a specific place. So it will be really helpful. So there will be a separate video explaining about all these grenades and stuff, but I don't advise you to take this if you are using faster grenades. And the next thing is flashbang, it will be useful I think. And the next thing is smoke grenade, it will be also useful. And also concussion nades, it will also be useful. EMP nades also useful. And cyro bomb is also useful if you are using fast throw grenades. So that's all about fast throw grenades. The next thing is audio and graphics settings. So there are four options for me. I don't know which device are you using. I'm using iPhone 11, and this is really a powerful device. I'm using iPhone 11 which runs A13 Bionic. It's really a powerful processor, so I have all the options here. These are all the options. I can also use very high and low, but I'm using low because I like to play with it. I like to save charge. I'm not playing on console or PC because I don't want to worry about charge when I'm playing on console or PC. If I'm playing on mobile phone, I have to worry about my charge. And I'm not playing on ROG or any kind of other phones which has 6000 mAh battery. I have really small capacity battery, so I have to worry about my charge. The next thing is frame rate. I play with maximum frame rate. Yeah, it consumes a lot of charge, I know that, but frame rates matters when you're playing 3D games. Like, if you're going for really competitive gameplay, frame rate matters. Each and every frame matters. So I play with max frame. And the next thing is depth of field. It helps you to it helps you to know the it helps you to clearly see the enemies. That's it, nothing more about it. You can search it on Google for clear description. I'm not going to give it here. The next thing is BR mode graphic style. So this is only available if you are playing with at least medium graphics. If you are at least playing with medium graphics, this will be available, but if you are playing with low graphics, it is not available. And if you are playing with medium graphics, only real-time shadows available. You can also turn it off if you want. And if you are playing with high, other thing is ragdoll is also available. The next thing is if you are playing with very high, all the options are available. You can turn this on, you can turn this off. And anti-aliasing is really useful in BR if you are playing with high graphics. And water reflection, it will be a cool feature also. And if you are playing with water reflection, you will not be able to play with anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing is not available if you are playing with water reflection. So these are all the options which you have in graphics. And is there anything else? And there is also auto adjust screen. If you want to customize, you can shrink the screen, and if you don't want, you can you can also reduce this all the way to 0. And I like to play with auto adjust screen. So let me change it back to low. So these are all the options I play with. The next thing is audio and graphics. Let us go into this. So master volume is basically all the volume. It works like your volume over here. This is basically master volume is basically this, but this is just specifically for game. Not if you're playing music on the background, and if you're playing game, it will be useful. But I don't play music on the background while playing games, so I'm playing with maximum. I'm playing with 100% master volume. The next thing is UI volume. What does this do? This is sound of taps. If this is all the way up, can you see how much sound this makes when I tap this plus button? Shit, that's a whole lot of sound. I don't want that, so I wanted to reduce this as much as possible. So I'm playing with one UI volume. So the next thing is SFX volume, which is basically the sound of shooting and footsteps and all other things like throwing grenades and those stuffs. But you can also play with 100, but I don't advise you to play with 100 because other volumes like voice chat and you know, those things matters here. So you can also select ambient volume, and I have turned this off. If you play with ambient volume, there is a noise, there is a noise on the background. You can see clear, you can hear it clearly. I'll be quiet for a moment. Can you hear it? There is some sort of noise on the background. I don't want that to happen, so I am turning this off. Not going to reduce it. I'm going to turn this off, so I can hear the footsteps much clearly compared to turning this ambient volume on. So the next thing is, and also I want to, yeah, I wanted you to tell that music volume. I don't want to have music because in some cases I hear music even while playing games, which I don't like it. That's totally not fair. Hearing music when you're playing games, that will be a distraction for you. So I don't need to, I don't want to play with this. The next thing is voice over language. So voice over language, what does this do is, if you're tapping quick chat, if you're playing, if you're telling thanks, it is going to tell thanks in English. That is the option which is here. So that's all for audio and graphics today. This is part 4. Part 5 will be much more complicated because part 5 is going to be about sensitivity. Sensitivity is a big topic. I'll be explaining in part 5. Please be more attentive in that sensitivity settings when I'm going to explain it, because there is a lot more to explain when you're explaining sensitivity. There are a lot more things. There are different options, not like PUBG. It has more options when compared to PUBG, so you have to more attentive. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon, because I'm going to upload it tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Please do like the video if your time is not wasted, and peace.